Hello and welcome back to the 5 Minute Film Club, and I'm nearing the end. I'm here with The World Is Not Enough. As I said in my last video, I really wasn't a fan of Tomorrow Never Dies, and that I couldn't really remember it growing up, but this film I have vivid memories of. I was 12 when it came out, and I can remember all the buzz, all the hype, particularly around its pre-credit sequence, and the bit where it ends with Bond scaling the Millennium Dome. I remember there must have been something like a newsround report, or maybe even Blue Peter, I'm not sure, but it was everywhere when they were filming this Bond film. It really is brilliant, and at nearly 15 minutes it is the longest one to date. Originally it was meant to end when Bond goes out the window, but they pushed it back so the credits kick in a little bit later. So it's a bit more of a statement piece for the last Bond of the 20th century. The film follows James Bond investigating the assassination of billionaire oil tycoon Sir Robert King by the terrorist Renard, played by Robert Carlyle. Bond is assigned on a rather more personal mission this time from M, who was good friends with King, to protect his daughter, Electra King, who years ago was actually kidnapped by Renard, and when M then sent an agent to kill him, he failed, but the bullet he had fired lodged in Renard's skull and now is slowly travelling through his brain, cutting off all his senses until finally one day it will kill him. All of this means that Renard is just impervious to pain. Renard wants to cause a nuclear meltdown for some reason in the waters off Turkey to make petrol prices increase, as, spoiler alert, Electra and Renard are actually all in it together, and Electra is using Renard to carry out this suicidal plot in a bit of reverse Stockholm syndrome. The World Is Not Enough gets its name from the James Bond family motto, first mentioned in the novel and the film adaptation of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And its addition here comes from the new writers to the series, Neil Purvis and Robert Wade. They have subsequently gone on to write every single Bond film, and with all the mess that is going on behind the scenes on the last film, the script and everything, it just feels on much firmer ground. The pair had written the script for Let Him Have It, a great little British film from 1991 with Christopher Eccleston, and the action comedy Plunkett and McLean, which starred Johnny Lee Miller and Robert Carlyle. And it all feels far more akin to the highs of GoldenEye than the depths and dearth of fun in Tomorrow Never Dies. I really like the fact that the Bond girl in this film is actually the baddie, after the series has teased this and toyed with the idea, like in Octopussy. Electra is a complex and interesting Bond girl who is every bit as nasty as Carlyle's Renard, who essentially just fills the role of henchman in this film once the secret and surprise has been revealed. I also really like that we get Robbie Coltrane back as Valentine, and he's a great bit of comic relief. I feel like this film is a sort of champion of sorts of kind of the excesses of the Britpop era, and it fits along nicely with the late 1990s British culture that was having a bit of a renaissance globally, a bit like when James Bond first arrived on the scene in 1962. I mean, in this film you even have Denise Richards as Christmas Jones, dressed up like Lara Croft. I'm not sure how more 90s you want your Bond, but well, here we go. There are things that don't stand up, however, when pitted against films like GoldenEye. The song, for starters, by Garbage is sadly garbage, and the whole third act is really plodding. Also, Denise Richards as a nuclear scientist? Maybe not. However, I do really enjoy this one as a whole, and never have a problem sitting down and watching it if I am channel hopping and suddenly find that it's on. I also really like the fact that we get an ending to Q, and Desmond Llewellyn disappears and retires from the role. Sadly, he would die in a car crash, and yeah, it's one of the film's most touching moments actually in the whole series. The goodbye to Q always does get me. Next time I'm reviewing probably the most contentious Bond film out there. From 2002, Die Another Day. Meant to be a 40th anniversary celebration of everything to do with James Bond. And I saw it 3 times in the cinema. Yes, well, join me for my next video where I discuss why I went to see this 3 times. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and continuing to watch my James Bond reviews. I'm nearly at the end, as I say. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.